Hello, fellow diecasters, and welcome to another insane episode here on Diecast Insanity. Hope you guys have been doing well. Sorry about the lack of videos here on the channel, but with things that have been going on and everything else here lately, it's been kind of strange and weird, and just trying to get things back to normal. Hopefully we get back to normal soon. Haven't done a lot of hunting. I did find something Friday on the way home from work. I'm going to take a look at that, and then I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit. We haven't done a room tour in a while, so I thought give you guys a room tour. You can look at the cars and everything that we've gotten up, and how full the cases are getting, because I need to get some more cases and everything. But let's take a look at what I found first, and then we'll take a little room tour. So let me get set up. We'll take a look at what I found first. Okay, so I was out and about on Friday after I got off work, because I'm considered an essential employee. I work for a grocery store, so I work for a grocery outlet, so my life hasn't really changed a whole much with this COVID thing. I've been working every day as normal and coming home and basically just kind of hanging out, not really doing anything or going anywhere. But my wife needed some Lysol, so I started hitting some stores and never found any Lysol. But hit a couple of stores. Of course, when I was in, I took a look at the Hot Wheels. I hit Target. I hit Target, hit Walmart, and then I hit the Fred Meyer store, the local Kroger store here in town. And didn't really find anything until I went to Target, and I was just kind of hit the Hot Wheels, and I found this. And I knew that if I didn't pick this up now, I would not have found this again, because this thing has been hard to come by here in town. So I picked it up. We had the money in the checking account, so I decided to pick it up and buy it. This is one of the ones that I really, really needed. Out of this set, I have these three now. Don't really care for this one. I have a premium version of the Skyline GTR 34, so it wasn't really, and I don't really like that hauler for some reason, though I do definitely want the Nissan 4-pack, and I saw that at Walmart when I was there. It's the only thing they had that I really wanted, but I didn't have that kind of money to spend, so I passed it up. But I definitely want to get that one. But found this one at Target. Looks like they just got a new shipment in, and this is one of the haulers that I definitely wanted. I'm not buying every single one of these simply because I don't have the room, and like I've said before, I'm a little bit of a specific person as to what I buy for Hot Wheels. So, but let's take a look at the car out of this first. This really beautiful Galaxy, what year? 64 Ford Galaxy. I have a version of this, but this is the first premium version that I have. Very well done. Love this car. Very, very cool. Nicely done. Love the paint scheme on this car. Very cool. But the Ford drag team, blue and the traditional Ford blue and white. Very nice car. And then of course we have the Ford hauler, the only licensed hauler out of the hauler group. Really, really cool. And they did have haulers like this back in the day. So if you guys want to look up these on Google or whatever, they did have haulers that look like this with this really weird ramp thing. I'm not really sure how you got the other car off, but really, really sweet car. I'll put this down here. I want it to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but as you know, this goes this way, this goes like this. As you can see, this one almost doesn't fit right. You almost got to put it up here and then put another car. Hold on, let me grab another car here. Grab something that would traditionally go with this, so we'll put the Ford, the Shelby Daytona in there. So that's how it works. And if you look this up, there is a factory Ford hauler like this that hauled Cobras on it. So very, very cool car, but very sweet. Glad I have this one. Now I'm up to nine of the car haulers. So very cool. So let's take a look at the room. We'll walk around. We'll take a look at some of the cars and everything. We'll start over here in the corner of the garage. I got this little table set up here for some of my overstock. Some Ford, some of the Fast and the Furious stuff over here. Some other stuff. So, whoa! As I hit the table and knocked everything off. Some of these bigger Hot Wheels. We're gonna have to share some of these in a upcoming episode. These imports, and these bigger ones in the back here. These were really cool cars back in the day, but very cool there. This is where my motorcycles are. I haven't bought any recently. I think the Honda Monkey is the last one that I actually bought. They haven't come out with any really new ones lately. I'd like to see them come out with a new Ducati here soon, but they haven't really come out with one. And then my Forza cars, as you can see, I'm missing one up there. Out of my box set, I'm missing the Ford GT because we had a dog that got a hold of it and ripped the card up. So, which really sucked. So I opened it and gave the card to Elijah because I already had an open one, so I had to replace that. But then, of course, up here we have our Japan, our JDM cars. Starting from back to front, we got our Mazdas, our Toyotas, going into Acuras, and going into our Nissans. And then, as you see, we got a lot of Nissan cars. So, very cool. Well, over here are our Dodges. Starting with our Challengers, going into Dart and Duster and Super Bees and our Chargers. Going into our Cudas, and it actually begins, this actually goes the other way, so we actually begin with the Vipers, and then we got our Camaros, some really cool cars there, and our Corvettes, as you can see, these are organized, the Vets are organized by year, so starting with the 50, I think that's a 58 up there, and moving on up through the years as the, not Hot Wheel years, but the actual year that car came out as a Corvette. Come down here, we've got our BMWs, or not a BMW, but our Porsches. These are all our German cars. So we got all our Porsches here. Can't wait for the new 959 and the rally setup to come out. That's going to be cool. And then it goes into Mercedes and Audi. And then BMW. So very cool there. And then we go into our trucks, starting with Fords, going into Chevys, and then Toyotas. Over here we got our one Mazda, and then our Dodges, our Nissans. Really want the truck that matches that paint scheme. And then we got a couple of Land Rovers, another Dodge because it won't fit there, and then we got our stock cars. So that's what's in the planos on the wall. We're going to add some more here. Going to have one there, up there, and then down here. Going to buy 5, maybe 6 more. We're going to fill the rest of this wall up a little bit with some more cases. I got some more cars to open. Our Hot Wheels showcases here have as you can see, these are kind of sun faded, but have our Ferraris in it. These are all Italian cars, starting with Ferraris. As you know, I'm a huge Ferrari fan. More Ferraris down into our Maserati and our Alfa. And then down here is our Fiats and Lambos. So very cool there. Some of my Ford collection, some Torinos, Galaxy, the RS, my 2 premiums are the RS 600. Some of the Ford GT, my premium from Gran Turismo, the mystery car from the mystery cars, the hunted car, and then my Golf one, and then this is all my Mustang. Well, not all my Mustangs, but at least a representative of years of Mustangs, starting with the 66, moving all the way on up to the, I think that's the 2015, the latest one that Hot Wheels came out with. I think that from last year. So that might be an 2018, I think, Mustang. Some of my carded cars that I have displayed, these are all movie cars. So we got the Fast and the Furious ones that I have in cards, my James Bond cars, and then just some random other ones, the Ghostbusters car, Back to the Future kit, the first edition of kit. The Dodge Challenger from Green Lantern, and then the Chem Block car. This is another case that's got some of our older cars. Very cool. Some of my 100% series cars here. Some of my favorites here. Open that up a little bit so you guys can see what's in that case a little better. Some minis, first edition of the Mini, and some other ones, and the first edition of the new Mini Cooper. Some cars I've listed in the bi-weekly and 3 for Thursday. A couple more motorcycles in here. They're in here because they don't fit in that other one over there. So really cool there. Some of my 30th anniversary cars. This one's kind of tore up. My Elijah got a hold of that when he was a baby. As you can see, these kind of got sun faded as well, which kind of pissed me off, but that's okay. And we got another case up here with some trucks across the top. And we'll open this case up so you guys can see inside this. Some of my rally cars. Some 55, 57, 50, 56 Chevys. My Bugattis, the 37 Bugatti, the Bugatti Chiron, and the Bugatti Veyron. A couple of sprint cars with the first edition of the slide out, and another one. Of course, that one, and then my Zoomies. So very cool. As you can see, my tuned cars. A lot of first editions, with the exception of the 69 Camaro, but the rest of those are all first editions. Well, and then the Lambo. The Lambo is not a first edition, but those are all first editions. As you guys can see up here, my British collection, my Lotuses, Jaguars, Triumph, Astons, McLarens, back in the back there you can see a DeLorean and the Stratos and the Zonda. One of my customs back there in the background. My French cars back there, the Alpine and the Renaults and the Peugeot. My Ford GT cars. Just again a couple of the Falcons from the Australian Supercar Series. And all of the Alphas that have been out. This is probably my favorite, the latest from Door Slammers, because it looks like the real race car. We got a couple of my Impalas over here, along with the Cadzilla. Really cool car there. So very cool there. And then, let's turn the light on here. In the curio cabinet, we've got my street rods. Some more street rods, some of my older Hot Wheels from the early days of Hot Wheels. Some of these have been mine since I was a kid. These first three here have been mine since they were brand new. And then the Warpath that I found that we got out of a yard sale find. One that came from a collector. One that I found in an antique store, and then this one I found at an antique store in the 90s. Some Novas back there in the background with the surf crates. And then over here is my Chevelles, GTOs, and Firebirds. As you can see, there's the Hot Bird right there. And Brandon Fatuski's Firebird back there in the background. Some really cool cars. And then down here, of course, is my race cars. So the Chaparrals, the Cunningham, my Datsun from the car team hauler sets, some of my vintage cars, my vintage racing series Trans Am cars, which I'm still working on obtaining all of those. My little ode to Le Mans here, which sucks that it's getting postponed this year. And then some more Beamers, first edition of the BMWs there, and the Momo Porsche, the Mercedes from Open Track, and the Acura from Open Track. As you saw, I have the other Acura too, the Advent Acura up there with the Japanese cars. The Cadillac in the background, the Viper SRT race car. So very cool. And then down here is the drag race cars. All my funny cars collection. Along with the two Car Culture car haulers ones, the Snake and the Mongoose. The Black Hall Nova in the background back there. My Gassers 55 and the jury-rigged Nova station wagon. And then some altered Pro Stock truck. And just some other Pro Stock cars. So really cool. And then down here on the bottom we've got our trucks, some monster trucks back there in the background. Some Bigfoot, the newer the monster trucks, and the Snake Bite. There's another one of the Bigfoots up there with the big wheels on it. A couple of my trucks, the Hot Wheels Racing Team steer rig back there, and another one of the flatbed raced Hot Wheels Racing Team trucks there from the 80s. And then we've got, of course, you've got the big Rolling Thunder back there, the first edition of the Rolling Thunder. Tow truck, my van collection, some of my other off-road trucks, Jeeps, some other things down here, some more trucks. The Oldsmobile from the Car Culture series. Can't remember what that set that was, but and then the first Unimog and then the new Unimog. So very cool. And then over here underneath the cases are some of my packaged cars, some of my Car Culture stuff from the first year of Car Culture, and then in the second year of Car Culture. As you can see, Redliners. I have my 55 from this set's down there, and then I also have this one open. And then between me and Elijah, we have, I think, all of this set open and then carded, and then of course the one that I bought off of eBay from the Hot Wheels Redliners Club sets that they came out with. Had to have that one. It was a reasonable price, so I picked that up. I'd like to get another one of those to open to go down there with the drag cars. Air cooled, I have all of these carded and all of them open, but the SP2 race day, of course, I have all of them carded and open. Modern Classics, I have all of them carded and open with the exception of the Honda. And then Cars and Donuts, I have them all carded, and then I have the Beamer, the Alpha, and the Faguza open. I wish I had another Subaru. I never did find another Subaru for an opener because I would love to have that car open, but at least I have one carded anyways. And down here we got some more stuff displayed, some more Hot Wheels, my Indy cars and Formula One cars. The two trucks from the Car Culture cars that are up there in the Japanese case cars. The other one that I just recently got, the Unical 76 car, that one is really cool. And then this is some other stuff, Don Perdome, the Snake Corgi set that I have, along with a action funny car there that I shared as on a bi-weekly, so really cool there. This is a Johnny Lightning, this Nova, or Vega, excuse me. Another Matchbox sprint car there, that thing is really cool. The Audis I shared a couple weeks ago. Francisco Bernoulli from Cars 2, so a couple Cars 2 cars there. Some of my John Force cars, this big, beautiful Firebird. This is an old one. This one was from his 6-time championship. Then this one is from his 15th, so it tells you how old that one is. So pretty cool. Another couple cars, another car I've shared on the bi-weekly, this Honda NSX, really cool race car. Couple other things there. Down here, some more of my Hot Wheels. If you guys can see back there, some of this stuff's going to have to go back up when I get the new Planos. But just a mixed variety of cars there. Over here, we've got another case. Uh-oh, somebody fell down. Get back up there. So, another case of my cars. Stuff you'll probably eventually see down the road in a bi-weekly or another series of cars sets that we'll do. But cars, all kinds of years of cars in here. Cars from the 80s, cars from the 90s, some cars from the 2000s. So it's just a wide variety of cars in here. Some of my 90s Camaros, the car that I probably have the most of. I think they're all right here too. All 6 versions that I have, I believe, are right here. So very cool. And then this one over here is my Volkswagens. As you know, these have to come down here because I don't have room up there in the German area for them. So they're down here. Some across the top here as well, along with a Lambo that I didn't have anywhere to put, so I put him right there. So my one and only ID car so far. We'll open this up so you guys don't get a reflection there. But that's the collection that's displayed anyways. Got some other things, some stuff I got to put away right there. This is my box of cars that I don't have displayed. As you can see, it's too deep. Some of these are duplicates of what's already up. Some of them are cars that need to be opened. Some of them are cars for custom ideas. So wide variety there. These are some other cars. Yard sale finds. Other cars that I don't have room for and whatnot. Some old cars here from my childhood. Fire Eater. This isn't the latest, original Fire Eater. This is probably a 90s edition Fire Eater, but still pretty cool to have. Some duplicates of some cars I have found in yard sales. Some older cars. These will definitely get displayed down the road. I want to do a vintage kind of antique 30s car display up on the wall in one of the Planos. Cadillac. So a couple more race cars. Some of the Riley Scott. This was a mystery car, as a matter of fact. At least I think that was a mystery car. This is a regular car. Not the first edition, but these are still in fairly decent shape. And we've got some more here. This one here is kind of interesting. I have to share this one. This is a Suzuka 928 Porsche. Opening doors. I had a silver one of this car too as well. A stock 928, but I don't know what happened to it. But this is from the 80s. So kind of cool there. A couple of really neat cars. I thought this car was really cool back in the day, if I can get it out. This is a Matchbox version of the Ford Sierra XR4. Well, the reason why I love this car was because it made a really cool SCCA Trans Am car back in the day. It was it had a different name. This is the European version, but in the States it had a different name. I can't remember what it was. But just some other random stuff there. This one here just has a bunch of project cars in it. A bunch of stuff for custom ideas, parts and pieces, and one pro car. This is a cheap Matchbox knockoff version. And Duster. So these are just parts, piece ideas. BMW. I think this is a Matchbox car. Body. Mustang. Viper SRT. SRT 10 ACR car. The original Stutz. This is the very first edition of the Stutz from the 80s. Very cool car there. What else is in here? Nova, Cobra. Could do custom with a 550 Maranello. The the Ferrari FXX, which is probably a better version of the Enzo than the actual Enzo. Torino. So just some Formula 1 car, Indy car, really cheap McDonald's version, but still really, really coolly done actually. But got that in there for a custom idea. Ford Falcon XP from Australia, looking to do a custom with that. So Cuda convertible. So just some cars there for custom ideas and everything. So you know, kind of cool. I don't have any of my NASCAR stuff up, but here's my kind of my work area. This is where I put all the custom cars that we're working on. You can see I got some stuff in the works back there, but that's just something kind of cool too. There's some of my other cars here. Some Auto Worlds, some Johnny Lightnings, some M2s, that kind of stuff. So kind of a cool set there. Mixed in with my slot car trophies. Some of my NASCAR stuff, as you can see, I need to dust. Got some of my NASCAR cars. David Pearson, Johnny Lightning race car there. Some of my other racing champs. Some of my big cars. As you can see, this is one I've shared on the channel before on the bi-weekly. The Roush Racing Taurus. I got another one, this Monte Carlo from the Batman series. Really cool. A couple of my bigger racing champs. My Toby Butler Craftsman truck and my Derek Cope Ford Thunderbird. Bobby Allison owned car. These are two local guys. That's why I have these. Toby Butler and Derek Cope both ran at Yakima Speedway. Derek Cope is actually the 1982 Yakima Speedway track champ, so that's kind of why I have those there. So a little bit of a room tour. So I got to go. Things are starting out in the living room, and I got to get out there for that. So I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys are staying well, staying healthy, hunting, and finding what you're looking for. And remember, leave some on the page for the collectors in your area, because they'd like to find these cars too. And if you can't go out and hunt because of this COVID thing, go on eBay and see what you can find. So I'll catch you guys next week. I promise there'll be more episodes. I do have one more 3 for Thursday taped. I'll release that on Thursday. And I'll get some more taped up, and just have a great week. And I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.